getting the additional chem boost in Madden can be very difficult to understand as they've changed it over the last couple of years. And I've been getting a lot of interesting questions about, Gmia, why haven't they put out motivators? What's really going on? What's the new system that EA is trying to use in order to make the game different, from years prior? So for some of you guys that have been asking about, you're looking at the blue and you're seeing the highlighted color of the boosted overalls, this is what it is. I don't think personally that they have any reason to put out the motivators. And I'm going to tell you what the next best thing actually is right now. Let's get it. All right, so we're back, and as you look on the sideline and you see certain things like the lockdown and the boost that you get from it, and things of this nature, the way that EA has actually broken it down, I don't think that it's in their best interest with the way everything is right now and the ability for you to also have a theme team to put out motivators. Now, that might sound weird, right? Like, why wouldn't they do it? They should do it anyway to give additional boost. I'm going to give you the honest answer because I don't think the boosts really work, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know where you guys are with it, but I don't really think, like, for instance, right? You see like how Michael Vick's throw power is originally a 30, it's a 95. I'm about to say 35. I don't know what I was doing with that. But yeah, that's how it feels sometimes that he's not throwing the ball anywhere. It's weird the way it works out because Cam Newton being taller and actually being able to throw the ball, even if I didn't have Cam at 99 throw power, he still throws the ball further than Michael Vick does, even though he still has a 99 throw power. The same thing with like Josh Allen. You see like his newer card comes with a stock 97 throw power. He threw the ball further than any other quarterback I've used, including Cam Newton. So what does that mean? This is what it means, right? These boosts are just for like, just to look pretty. It's cosmetic only. I don't really think it matters, all right? But why do we go crazy about it? Is just because of like what I just said. It's the cosmetic look. So what do you need to do in order to get that kind of stuff done? All right, this is what you have to do. The rising stars are primarily the only way. I think that the way that they did it, allowing us to get like the 6 chems on it, whatever, going all the way back to the Chef the Stars and the boost, back when the chemistries weren't that big of a deal in my opinion, because I didn't really care about chemistries unless we had to do the solos for the dual chems and stuff like that. These rising stars, in my opinion, probably was the move. I think this was the move to give us the boost that we were, seeking so heavily. So for those of you guys that don't understand why I have certain players like these rising stars there, and, going forward, it just appears that if you can get your team to have the, the most important chems that you desire, why do you need motivators? Because they've already given you all the tools to do it. So it just seems like and remember, some of those motivators were very, very low overalls. They weren't even like, players that would be starters in some cases. If you go back to some of the videos where I had motivators in previous Maddens, like 18 or whatever, you would notice that they were lower overalls, so you wouldn't really start them. Ergo, the way that we use the rising stars. So it doesn't really make a difference for them not being there is what my point is, right? All right, now, what do you do with your team as of this moment if you're trying to get certain chems to be at that 30 mark and you're like, yo, Gmi, they're not putting out motivators. What do you want us to do? All right, now look, I didn't get a left guard. I got the left tackle. Mawai is there, but I have the center, and I have a right tackle. Now, Kevin Mawai hasn't really been doing much. Like, the dude's garbage, but I'm going to just show you really quickly what we were working with him. Looking at him overall, you can see, like, 94 pass block power. He has great run block and stuff like that. I'm going to leave him there for now, but I just want to point out that I do have Pat F-Line, that he's really good as a rising star, and he contributes to both the zone run and, the power run. So he definitely does that, because sometimes when I see the PR, I confuse it with pass rush defensively, so sometimes I have to wake my brain up like, yo, why is that PR there? But he has both those chems, right? So I could actually utilize him instead of Kevin Mawai, but like I told you guys, the Snow Beast getting to lead the way, that's the reasoning behind why I have him, and Pat F-Line is actually on the bench right now. So for those of you guys that are getting into it and you're like, yo, it's mad expensive, bro, is it worth it? Okay, look, I get Franco Harris to be a usage for me at power run, and I get this guy at go deep, and I get this guy at zone run, all giving me the boost that I really need to make my team better, and I do it all with no issues. All right? Now, You might say to me, yeah, but Gmi, does that really make any sense? Like, you know, what are you doing? What's happening? What is the point? What is the purpose of doing it like that? Because it doesn't really seem like, you know, it's worth it coin-wise to go out of the way to invest in Rising Stars. Now, when Rising Stars were being released, for those of you guys that didn't have Madden yet, this doesn't apply to you. Because some of the guys that are asking had Madden during the time that I was telling you guys that Rising Stars would be an important aspect to kind of utilize with your system. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, you know, understand better what you were trying to do. I told you guys this. So with that being said, right, when we go over right now to the Rising Star situation and we take a look at it, all right, say I got to find the one, like the left guard. Who was the left? Was this guy a left guard? Hold on, let me see. Was he the left guard? I don't remember if he was. Let me cross this out real quick. Hold on. Let's just make sure what's going on here. Got to just make sure. Okay. So he's the left guard, right? So now when you look at the price, I forgot, how many do you need of this guy? I think you need, because it's 2 for the, you need 11. So right now there's only 7 of this guy available. All right. So now, because it's only 7, you're not going to be able to get them done anyway because you need 11. So theoretically speaking, a lot of them may be like this, where you're going to have to, you know, kind of stalk it and get lucky and probably pull one, because it's like right now you can't even do it. So it doesn't even really matter, right? Look at it. Look at other things that I might need. Like, let me see. I already have 2 wide receivers. I have the safety. I have some of these things done. The tight end I already have. I think there was only 1 left guard. We got the Watson. F-line we got. Cohen, Barnett, Shell. I think we got that Jet dude. Awuzie we got. Rankins we got. Bowles we got also. We got O.J. Howard. We got a majority of them. But again, with the way that it is, you're not going to be able to get this done. You're not going to be able to get it done the same way if people don't post the cards. And there is no other way to go back. So when you guys are asking me, what are you supposed to do for your additional boost? I don't got no answers for you if you can't, if you're not able to lurk this and be able to do it this way and get these guys to have that boost, because that's pretty much what they are in my opinion. And I'm just like, maybe they turn around and give us motivators anyway, but why would I need like, pretty much look at it like this, right? The motivator is going to be probably a little bit more overkill than anything else for those of us that already invested in Rising Stars. Does that mean that EA won't do it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they'll do it. I'm not sure how they're going to go about it. But I'm telling you now, though, that if you haven't already done this, you see the prices of it. The 17K all the way down to 24K. And you don't even have the 11 that's going to be needed, because you need 1 of them. Plus you need another 10 to make the tokens. So that's 11 of the players that you need. So you're looking at, you know, 200K just in something like that. The only advantage you would have with motivators is that the motivator would probably be able to be sold after you're done with it. But it's only going to give you additional boost to a team that probably already has boost with the Rising Stars. So if you're waiting it out, say you're waiting it out, because that's what you guys are asking. Even my veterans are like, yo, Gmi, no motivators? What's EA doing? Remember, EA is going to do what's in the most monetarily, you know, gaining perspective for them. So pretty much they have to figure out how they're going to sell packs. For instance, they got limiteds coming out tomorrow during the playoff time. I don't know what the limiteds are, but they're moving on from primetime performers. Those limiteds are going to be something that we all want. If you guys are going to be looking forward to the limited, write LTD in the comments. Most of you guys are going to write it because we want limited cards. We want those cards that other people don't get. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't want to spend the training points on a week later and stuff like that. We want those limited cards. We want those names. So if we can make those players actually better, we want that as well. But remember what I'm telling you, okay? Because this, like, it's not like I don't know that Michael Vick doesn't throw the ball the same way that Cam Newton does, or he doesn't throw the ball the same way that Josh Allen does. I'm being very, very clear and upfront. It is no way possible that any of you guys can tell me, if you've used Josh Allen and Cam Newton with 99 throw power, that Mike Vick lays the ball out in front the same way. It would be lying. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys contributed to Michael Vick being shorter. That's why the ball takes a while to get up. Whatever it is, the numbers are not created equal. His 95 throw deep, when I had Cam at 89, Cam very, very rarely missed throws. Like, he did a couple times a game, and I wanted to smash him. But again, he didn't miss throws like that. And that's what my point is. So theoretically, the boosts are just going to be for our overall anyway. it's not going to be for actual in-game play. When you go to the other side of the ball, because this is why I like to break it down to you guys, right? Lawrence Taylor has 99 block shed, but depending on how the player that you're playing at that time online is, if he's an outright idiot, you're going to have a hell game. It doesn't matter that I use run stuff and I made it so that he has the 99 block shed. When you play a team that has a lower overall, EA changes the game up. And it's weird. And I've proven it online, live stream, twitch.tv/GmiasWorld, where you see it. You visibly see that one player will lock Lawrence Taylor up and he'll never get off the block. But then I'll send 3 or 2 and he'll instantly come in. So it doesn't really matter as far as like the actual attribute boost. I think EA is going away from that a little bit. Even though block shedding is OP, it appears that if you send less players, you get the faster block shed. And if you send more players, it takes forever for anybody to get back there. So they've kind of made it a little bit easier for people that don't have the skill to sit in the pocket and just be idiots. That's pretty much what it is. Because there was a time when, before nano detection and all this foolishness, that the game was actually good. You know what I'm saying? It was a time like that. Like, we're not talking about a game that was always like this gameplay-wise, because the MUT content is excellent. If you guys play this game primarily to build your MUT team, type MUT. Write MUT in the comments, because that's pretty much what I do it for. I do it for that. That's why I'm always raid-selling people, trying to make it. I do it for the team itself. The gameplay has been lackluster over the last 4 years. So when you look at the boost aspect of it, I just want to point that out, that it's all for cosmetics and looking good. That's what it's for, because EA has not yet proven that these things matter in-game. So, long story short right here, when you look at my rising stars and you see I have most of them, if EA were to do something differently and allow us to have to utilize those cards, what I would have to do is, I would definitely go after a motivator if it boosts my players even more. But why would I do that? Only for the overall. To make them a 99, to boost players with certain attributes and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? To make it all cosmetic, because we all know at this point, if you're going to get mossed, that's already predetermined. If you're going to get dealt with accordingly, there is nothing that you can do about it, regardless of how good your team is. And that's what's unfortunate about it. But yet we play the game. So we have to understand that if you want these boosts, you have to look at this. I have zone run throughout all of these guys. I'm actually going to probably take this guy out, because even with his lead, the way he's not really doing anything. I'd rather have the other guy in for him. So I'm probably going to take him out the game and keep everybody else at their natural position, because he's actually been kind of a trash can. So let me actually do that now. Let me actually put that other guy back in, my rising star, now that we speak about it, because what I'm noticing is that when I have the other guy faster, my Lane Johnson, when he has that situation, okay, when he has zone run. All right, so if I take the zone, what I got to put on this guy? He has power run and zone run. So why is what was the other guy? The other guy had zone run, right? So if he has ×3, I don't know what's going on right there with that. All right, let me put this guy back with his sprinter chem, because it seems like when he's just a faster, it works out better for me when Lane Johnson has his 83 speed as opposed to his 81. And it sounds weird, but it really does matter, because he actually gets out in front a lot faster. And I don't know like exactly why it is like that, but giving him all zone run doesn't really it doesn't do it for me. Like, it doesn't give me the full chub that I need. You don't own this chemistry. What I own ×2 though. Cancel that. I own that. Yeah, I'll replace that. I'll put that on him. All right, now I'm going to go back and let's see what happened. We have the other guy there, so go deep as that runs to power run. So zone run went down, but we have power run at 34. So what is that at? What do we need? We need one more zone run. All right, so we're going to go back to this guy, and we're going to fix that. We need one more zone run. So what do we have this at? So, okay, so we're going to actually, because power run has 4, so we're going to just have to make this guy all zone run. We don't have a zone run owned? Really? Not owned at all? Wow. I thought I had both of these. So we got to get into the zone run here. All right, we'll take that one. I don't have enough training points, bro. I wasn't even looking at the. Hold on, how much do we need? We only needed one more, right? And then we have 84, so there's no real reason to go all out with it. Let me just buy the one. Like, bro, we got to go cheap here. We got to conserve raid telling somebody. All right, so we'll get rid of this power run for now. We'll go zone run on 1 right quick. Let me get the 20. Replace that. Zone run has 30 of 30. All right, so everybody has what they're supposed to have. And then now, zone run, power run, and everything is back. And like I said, it's all for cosmetics. But I think that with Sprinter, it's better for him. But you see how easy I'm able to do with the Rising Stars? The motivators are just going to give you the boost. They're just going to give the boost for that specific attribute. And we might have to end up limiting the amount of Rising Stars that we actually have just to justify everything else. So that's pretty much in a short synopsis of what EA has been doing. It seems as if they focus more on giving us chems through the new Rising Stars as opposed to just giving us motivators to make it easy. But it does not mean that motivators won't be released. I'm just giving you some insight of what you can do temporarily to give your team the boost that you actually want. If you have any other questions or you think that motivators are still coming, let me know in the comments. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Hopefully you're having a great day. Until next time, one love.